Hello, good morning everybody. How are you all doing today? It is November the 21st, Wednesday. It's 7 a.m. in France. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin quickly before I head off to Rome. My flight's in a few hours. So we're just getting ready, got a little bit of time to kill, and I'll catch up you guys with my TA in Rome. Haven't really had a lot of sleep, just because I don't really sleep the night before I travel. Not sure why, never really have. I think I look forward to the adrenaline when you travel and you first get there, and that kind of keeps me going. So anyways, I'm going to keep this very short and sweet, guys. So we have absolutely fell off of a cliff right now. I'd love to show you guys my position, but everything's already packed right now. 2FA is all good to go. But right now, I'm down about, I think, $2,000, maybe $2,500, because my base price is like, I think about 4,800 almost right now, so it's pretty high, but I'm not really doing the best job of managing it, to be quite honest. But I'm happy to let you guys know that I'm down on my position right now. I'm tempted to buy a little bit more because the daily chart is extremely overbought right now, or sorry, oversold right now, right? You take a look at the daily RSI, which is at about 10, and we're finally getting some sort of wick on the previous day. I mean, you can call that a bullish spinning top, like whatever, but it's red, still looks nasty. On the daily, it's still ticking upwards. So I want to go over very quickly some parameters to actually go long, all right? So this is my requirement to actually go long and add more to my position because I want to do it wisely. The last thing that you want to do is catch a falling knife, because if you try to catch the bottom, that's just pure greed. So think of the market as something that oscillates up and down like this, okay? And the momentum rolls over eventually. So what you want to do is, some people try to catch it there, right? Some people try to catch it right there, which is basically shorting the top. Some people like to long the bottom. It's very risky for a few more percentage gains. So what I recommend doing is, instead of trying to short it right at the top, try shorting it as it's already rolling over with more confirmation. Instead of longing it right there, try to actually long it as it rolls over, right? Instead of shorting it up there, try to short it over here as it's already rolling over and there's more confirmation. So what I recommend, just generally speaking, for swing traders and even for scalpers now, because of the heavy volatility, that could be very devastating if you don't catch it at the precise moment. So I would wait for a higher high, a higher low, and this is where I like to personally buy it, right? On the breakout. Some people do take a chance, but it's extremely difficult, right? If we get like a bullish retracement somewhere, maybe at the 0.618 fib level, right? 618 golden ratio would be great. Some people do try to buy there, but it's risky. What I always recommend doing is try to buy it on the breakout. This way we can confirm a greater degree trend, right? So that's the resistance. If you break above it with a lot of volume, it actually ends up becoming support. So those are my key criteria to actually enter a trade. So daily RSI is trending at about 12 right now, guys. On the 12-hour chart, we're not getting a series of higher highs yet on RSI. We're getting about 10 RSI right now still on the 12-hour chart. But the good news on the 12-hour chart is this, okay? We got actually a very bearish, or sorry, a bullish candle. Take a look right here. This is what we call a, I don't know if I would call it an inverted hammer. Yeah, I guess I would call it an inverted hammer. Let me show you guys, okay? This right here is an inverted hammer that is seen, excuse me, at the bottom of a downtrend, right? This is kind of how it's looking right here, at the bottom of a downtrend, right there, right? So on the 12-hour chart, it's actually an inverted hammer that's struck already with the most significant volume that we have seen thus far. So what we're seeing over the past 36 hours is we're seeing solid support above 4,500 region, right? Every time we dip below the 4,500 region down to about the 4,300 ranges, we end up spiking back up about $200. And because we're trading at a very low range right now, it seems like we're finding some sort of support right now, to be quite honest, okay? I mean, it's very difficult. It's very difficult, honestly, to even give an, excuse me for coughing here, an accurate count. But if I were to just try to count it, right, that's kind of the best that we can possibly do, in my opinion, okay? This could be 3, but I would more so say that's 3, and you know, there's a 5 that's pretty much forming right now, and we're just trying to break down this specific wave over here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Who knows? Who knows how this is actually broken down? I don't have the time to do it right now, but of course that we tried to make a bull run there, as you guys saw. We ended up spiking up about 14% in about 1 to 2 hours, which is quite impressive. So right now what we're trying to look for is a series of a higher low, okay? Now let's hope that this doesn't become a bear flag, right? Or something like that, but I don't think it will be. Maybe it could be a channel that could end up breaking to the upside, but I want to make note of something that's very significant right now, okay? What I want to make note of is this right here. Check this out right there. So what you see is a bull attempt, right? You see here, you know, on the 5-minute chart from the fourth wave coming down here, we don't see any interaction at all with the white EMA, with the 200 moving average. Here we look like we're about to get a golden crossover. That golden crossover is where the 200 moving average ends up moving below the 55 moving average, and it crosses over. So the 200 exponential moving average ends up supporting all of these moving averages. We see right there that it looks like it's about to break to the upside, right? Where the yellow one's about to cross over and the white one's about to come below, right? So it attempts to move upwards to the EMA side. This is on a 5-minute chart, that's right. Because right now the smallest time frames could cascade over to a higher time frame. But we see that it ends up breaking back down. Here we see a second attempt, and that's very significant because we haven't seen this attempt since about the November 18th. So now we're gonna see a possible crossover again, right? So if you take a look at this specific trend line, well, that's kind of trending at a trend line right now, right? Let's see what's gonna happen. Is it gonna break down? Is it gonna break up? We'll see. But the point is, we are making attempts right now to break to the upside, especially with that 12-hour candle showing. That's been dictating that we are finding some decent support right now. Like that's the bullish hammer right there on a 6-hour chart. That's also the inverted hammer. This is the bullish hammer. That's the bullish spinning top there found on the bottom side as well. Okay, so we're finding a lot of confluent reasons right now to actually see support, but are we there yet? Don't know. We got to get to some really high RSI, okay? If you guys notice on the 5-minute chart, that's some pretty high RSI. Got to 82, but we got to get to way higher RSI than that, in my opinion, to break to the upside. So today could be, we're getting so close, guys. I mean, we're at 12 to 10 RSI on the daily chart and the 12-hour chart. So to me, it just means that there's got to be some retracement soon, right? So if you look at it from this perspective, where if that were the actual 5-way retracement, we ask ourselves, okay, well, is it actually possible to just make some sort of bull run to the 2300 range right there? Right? Or sorry, 5200 range? Yeah, very realistic. Or even to the 5500 range, because that's where the interim swing low was right there for the for the resistance, right? So in my opinion, there's going to be some rally soon. I mean, we can't just stay oversold this much, right? I mean, look how excuse me, look how oversold it is, guys. It's insane. I've never seen this RSI in a while. We see the histogram ticking upwards. The 3-hour chart looks like it's just ready to go, right? We see very nice curvature here for the 2-hour histogram ticking up with a crossover for the MACD already and histogram to the positive side. So to me, it just looks like it's almost time. Like, I know that I mentioned 4,900 would hold, guys, but you know what? The best traders are not the ones that predict. The best traders are the ones that react in the market, right? And I know that a lot of you guys are probably still in positions, but you got to make sure you designate the new stop loss, guys. Like, you cannot just keep this really bad mentality of hoping that the market's going to recover, right? You got to manage your position somehow. For myself, for example, I'm long, and I've got more than enough to dollar cost average if I need to ladder my position better. And I'm allocating really large R units, so I'm doing okay for my position. I'm not worried at all. Not only that, I'm going to be traveling in the next like half an hour, heading to the airport. But I wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts in a quick video. And other than that, guys, I'll see you probably later this afternoon. I'll see you guys later this afternoon. I'll give you an update then from Rome. And yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. I probably won't be actively trading at all or on Twitter, but you guys are welcome to contact me on Twitter or YouTube, and I'll try to answer the questions as best as I possibly can. If you guys love these videos of mine, I'd appreciate if you liked it, thumbs up, share it, retweet it. Make sure you guys are following me on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Have yourselves a great morning, everybody. Take care now, and thank you very much for all the love and the support. Bye now.